old photos turning yellow, here's how to repair them. And you should watch this video and act on it as soon as possible instead of putting it off. But before we get into this video, who am I? My name is Mike Patterson, and I have been a full-time professional photographer for over 41 years. I've shot tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of assignments. I also have worked in and currently own and operate my own photo lab where I print for photographers from beginners to professionals. And in the day-to-day workings of my photo lab, I do a lot of copy work, a lot of restorations, a lot of digitizing of old photos, memories, documents. And one of the questions, one of the concerns that people bring to me constantly is, why are my negatives, why are my prints getting this metal look to them? And what is it? All right, so let's start out with number one. What is it? That metal look that you're seeing, that shininess that you're seeing on your pictures, showing up in the darks, in the black, in the demax areas, is called silvering. And many people have called it many different things: golding, bronzing, nickeling. It's silvering. And the reason it's called silvering is because for photography, we use a silver halide to create the image on the negatives or on the prints. And this is what you're seeing. You're seeing silver coming out. Why does it happen? A couple reasons why it happens. The first one is if your film or your prints were not correctly developed. And just let me put a side note here. I notice it mainly myself in black and white negatives and black and white prints, much more so, and I'm talking 10,000 to 1 more so in black and white than color, because, and this is my thoughts, my feelings, I think it's because the color stuff was processed through machines, whereas a lot of black and white stuff was hand processed. Whether it be somebody in their darkroom in their house or whether it even be in a bigger lab, they did it in smaller batches, and the chemical process was not monitored as closely. These are just my thoughts. And if the negatives or if the prints were not properly developed and then run through something that would stop the developing, such as a bleach or a fix or a bleach fix, that silver would not come out of the paper, come out of the negatives, and it would stay in there. And years later, which is happening now, we're starting to see it come out. The other issue that I have seen is that if they're stored incorrectly, if they're stored in plastic, if they're stored around other chemicals, that this can cause the silver to start to come out and it starts to affect the pictures. Now, again, it starts in the blacks, then it moves to the dark grays, the light grays, the lighter grays, and it will cover the whole thing and it comes out and you lose detail on your pictures. So if you notice it happening, do something now rather than putting it off. But what can you do? Okay, the first one, I do not recommend, and I've heard it so often, people saying, well, can't I just wash them? No. Can't I just run them through a bleach or a fix? Don't do it. Now, if you know what you're doing, you could. Here's the problem. Over the years, the chemicals that were used to develop and then to stop the developing have changed. We went from using a developer and a fix, a developer and a bleach, and then a fix, a developer and then a bleach fix mix, depending upon the process, depending upon the chemicals, so on and so forth, depending whether it was color or black and white. And if you don't know what that chemical was, you can cause even more issues. The other issue is because the papers are so old, we don't know how they're going to respond to being wetted again. And if you sit them in a tray of chemicals, we don't know if they're going to turn into toilet paper or if they're going to be fine. We don't know if there's going to be a chemical reaction or if there's not going to be a chemical reaction. So I do not recommend doing anything in a wet lab to try to stop this or reverse this. I just don't. What I do recommend is the following. Either you or have somebody do it for you. Scan your negatives or your prints so that you have a digital file. That will capture them as they are today. If it's just in the blacks, the real darks, the D-max, the certain areas, this is easy to fix. If it's expanded more and gotten into the dark grays, the light grays, the really light grays, it gets harder to fix. But scan it first. Now, beware. When I say scan, I don't mean scanning at stupid high resolutions. I see people going about all wrong and scanning them, and a 4x6 takes them an hour to scan them. I got a really high resolution. You don't need that high resolution. If you get it around the 40 to 60 megabyte size, you're fine. So as an example, a 4x6, if you scan it at 1200 DPI, an 8x10 at 350 DPI, those are numbers that you can use that are reasonable. They will allow you to print the same size or even a little bit larger. You don't need to be stupid high resolution. The next thing I strongly recommend is scan them with the scanner set to color, not black and white, because black and white is actually for scanning documents, and not grayscale. You want them set to color. Why? It's easier to adjust the image, fix the image, repair the image if it's scanned as color, and then you do that work in an editing program such as Adobe Photoshop or Affinity, than it is and let the scanner do the conversion. Now, don't get me wrong, the scanner can do it. If it's only minor, it's not a big deal. But if it's starting to get really bad, if it's starting to get off color, a little bit yellow, a little bit this, doing that work in Photoshop in an editing program gives you much more reach, much more ability to do something with it than just to flip it gray and be done with it. The reason I'm doing this video is because, like I say, I get 1 or 2 a week. And just yesterday I had somebody bring me one in. Theirs is very, very, very little bit of silvering. It's not bad at all. But we know it's going to get worse, so we digitized it. We then went in, put it into Photoshop. We then brought up the black and white layer in Photoshop, and then we adjusted using each color to remove that look and to bring up the details in the black while not blowing out the details in the white. That's the way I recommend it. Then save your files. And again, I recommend if you're doing it in Photoshop, you save it as a PSD file or a TIFF file where you have layers. And then I strongly recommend reprinting your pictures. Now, once you do that, do not put your new pictures in with the old pictures that are already silvering. Do not put a bunch of pictures together because they will all start to silver as well. I recommend keeping your pictures in archival sleeves. I recommend keeping them in cool places, in dry places. Be very careful. I have seen some really goofy stuff online where people have said, well, it's best to keep your pictures in the freezer. No. Freezers can actually be very damp. They can actually be very hostile environments. Don't do that. A cool, a dry place. Do not keep your pictures, whether they're old pictures or new pictures. Do not keep them in plastic jugs or containers. Do not put anything in it to make them smell good or to anti-mold or anything like this. You want to keep them chemical-free. You want to keep them moisture-free. You don't want to bake them and you don't want to freeze them. Put them in just a nice spot to store them. Then if you have a print and you have the digital files, you can go from there. So, there's all the information that I have. I hope it helps. I hope if you have pictures that are starting to do this, you can save them before they go too far. And I hope you enjoy your time doing it, and this makes it a little bit easier. We'll talk to you next time. Have yourself a great day. Bye-bye now.